Hi, in this clip I'm going to show you how to play the second piece in the Rockschool Grade 2 book, Jet Black Camel. What I'll do is I'll play it along with the backing track first of all, at normal tempo. I'll then give you a few pointers about sound and the techniques and things you need to look out for actually when you're performing the piece. I'll then play it a second time with the tempo backed off about 20%, so it's you can see what's going on a bit more easily. I'll then play it a third time with my own volume turned down, but the backing track still slowed down, so you can use it for practicing along with. Right, so here we go, Jet Black Camel.
Jet Black Camel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Now, first thing that you encounter when you're performing this piece is mute strokes. So, after your C chord, what you need to do is get used to putting your left hand over the strings, but not actually pressing down, okay? And then all you do is hit the strings to produce that kind of choppy sound. What you don't want to do is accidentally press down, so you get a load of random notes coming out, okay? So you've got to be quite gentle, so you make sure you're covering all the strings, but not pressing any down. Okay, so when you actually perform the first bar, you don't want any random notes coming out. So just practice, go from your C chord to a mute stroke, then an E chord. So you can get used to that movement and being relaxed with your left hand and not accidentally pressing any strings down. Right, timing is the next thing. You've got a crotchet for the first beat, and then basically quavers all the way through. So the rhythm of that first bar, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So make sure those mute strokes are quavers, okay? So your hands nice and steady. Same on the next bar from the A sus2 to the D sus2. Right, once you've got the hang of those mute strokes, build up the speed slowly. So start off. Build it up slowly and do the repeat once you can do it nice and accurately. That's the key. Getting it nice and tight. That's the thing you need to look out for. Right, the last bar of that riff, where you've got the variations on the A chord, you start off with the normal A. I tend to play an A chord with those three fingers personally, but if you do it that way around, that's fine. Don't forget the quaver from the previous bar as well. You come in just before the beat, then up to a sus4, and back to a normal A. And make sure you can hear those notes. Right, then piano, so you've gone from loud to quiet. Now, it's quite important what sound you use when you perform this piece to be able to make that dynamic stand out. You want enough distortion for it to sound nice and chunky, but not so much that when you actually start playing more quietly you can't hear the difference. So make sure that you've got enough distortion to make it sound nice and chunky, but not so much that when you play quietly you can't hear a difference. If you've got loads of distortion, it'll be hard to get that dynamics in. Right, the next section, the quiet part there, Don't forget, got to play it 3 times, okay? It's only 2 bars long, but those repeats you do 3 times. Be careful of your timing again as well, so nice and gently. And up to the C chord. And then add 9, so you're sticking a D note in with your little finger on the B string. Then back to a normal C and round again. Right, then we go loud again. Now, your first G chord there on line 3, just in case you didn't spot it, it's not just a standard G chord. You've got to make sure you play again that D note on your B string. So you're not playing an open B string, it's actually the 3rd fret on the top 2 strings. Right, so G, down to E, D sus, then our F chord. So that's 1st fret on the top 2 strings, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the D. And back to the A sus2 again. 4th line, G chord again, 2 Fs, 1 mute stroke, then back to the A sus2 again. Right, again, very last line before you go do the repeat, the DCL coda and go back to the top again, you've got a build again. So when you come to that E chord, start off quietly and hit it harder as you go back into the riff. Right, okay, I'll play it a 2nd time now. This time with the tempo backed off about 20%.
Jet Black Camel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Last time. This time I play it with my own volume turned down so you can use it as a backing track.
Jet Black Camel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
we go. Hope that helps.